Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Italy. It's been a couple of days since my last run at this. I'm properly rested, and it's time to begin the invasion of North America. Well, it's time to begin preparing for. For some reason we lost a few divisions here. I can't remember why or how that happened. Luckily, we do have plenty of equipment and lots of manpower now. I'm going to train up a bunch of extra Marines going there. I mean, I could convert some more people over, but I'm not going to worry about it quite yet. We are missing fighter and tactical bomber. That is okay for now. More military factories are clearing up, but most of them are damaged ones. So yeah, we don't have any regular fighters being made because we're just trying to convert everyone over to jet fighters. We still don't have the tactical bomber tech, do we? That's what it's complaining about. Like, I don't build any tactical bombers because it would only be the baseline. Right, so we're gonna ignore that. The free military factories. I think, I don't know. These are, again, they're just going to be damaged, so they don't really count, but let's go and, open up the right list and do that. You can actually see I already added in some lines for modern tank lines over here just to try to pad that out. All right, naval invasion in Scotland and Northern Ireland. I will believe it when I see it, but I guess it could happen. So my Marine divisions over here you are done walking. We're going to go ahead and set up a new attack plan for you. We're going to keep trying to clean up some things around here. Oh, Netherlands territory. Taking the actual Philippines would be awfully handy. We are almost done pushing back all of the holdings over there, which is nice. So I guess what I'll do is I'll probably do a naval invasion from, say, there to there, lock you in and go. And over here, same thing. I finished polishing off that little area. And we can plant a naval... Oh, hold on. You. Cancel that. You, which is apparently already here, are going to go from there to there, lock that in, and do that, which means that this guy, instead, I think I'm going to go... Well, I guess I'm already on this island. Hold on. Did I just cancel? Okay, yeah, you. Go from here. Where are you? Actually can't... Oh, yeah, there you are. Can't see the little markers anymore when you're in this mode. And go and take that. Lock you in, do that. We'll probably have to change some of our ships around. And you were in the process of doing this. We'd queued this a while ago, but I didn't have ships around at the time. Over here, we've got Japanese and Serbian forces that are kicking some butt. I don't know if I got the foothold there. If they actually successfully did an invasion, that would be pretty impressive. Ignore the plane here. This is the rocket stuff. I don't know. There's still something odd going on with the rockets that I don't really understand. We'll figure it out next game, since I don't think the rockets are going to be playing much of a strategy over here. All right, we've got that. So we've got our Finnish garrison, which I've extended. We've got in China, we've got the red marked army here, which is all actually foreign troops. I've gone and removed everyone who belongs to me, so they're pushing there. We do still have the 5 tank division making a push over here. Now, these tank divisions are probably lacking some stuff. Okay, modern tanks is correctly what they're using. Yeah, I guess the picture is for modern tanks. Just because I noticed I have a deficit of medium tanks. So I still don't know, actually. Again, I wish you could just filter by armor. It would be a little easier. And the search doesn't really cut it anymore. Are these are medium tanks, right? They are, right. Those are the ones I created overseas. And they do not. They can't possibly have all of their equipment. Medium tanks, and they're short, and I mean, if I turn them over to modern tanks, they're also going to be short on that, but at least I'm building modern tanks, so I'm going to go ahead and, like, literally 0 available. Still, that's okay. And then the other divisions will be able to get more tanks. We're not going to use them right now anyway. That's part of the, well, this is going to be the NA Day invasion team now. So we have, oh, I've got some more tanks. I think I'm going to go and split off actually all the tanks and put them their own thing, so they're going to be a little easier to track for me. So they're all going to be in purple, all my armor divisions. And then, I don't think we're going to use paratroopers, because I think it's going to be too far. I guess I could check. Let me go and put a single paratrooper in their own division. And then what we have to do is figure out where the hell I park my transport planes, which is still a mechanic that I hate. So they're here. Yeah, and that's too far away. So I don't think paratroopers are going to be part of our North American invasion. We are going to try to land giant amphibious assaults. I think I might do from 2 angles. I think, because this is Japan, this is our partner, we can grab some stuff in the Far East, make the hop across to Alaska and Vancouver, same as we did in our Japanese game, but I think I'll also do an invasion of Newfoundland over here at the same time. There may be some range problems, although I think we can reach here. I will have to restructure our ships just to make sure, well, ideally that we have, thank you very much, phone, for making some noises for me. Go away. I think we've got the range to reach here. I don't think we had the range to reach the east coast of the States, but I think this was okay. But our fleet is going to be a bit of a concern. So we do have, over here, these are destroyers. Do we not? We still have an actual war fleet somewhere. I think it's this one here. Yes, indeed. Battleship, no carriers or anything like that, but it's not too bad. You're still parked in Brittany as your primary thing, and you were babysitting this island. What I'm going to go ahead and do is add control there and there, because this will presumably be the route that we take for that. And, well, I suppose, paratrooper, you can get back into that group. That's going to be fine. And, oh, some of these are not actually mine. So I think I will separate out the ones I own versus the foreign, you know, volunteers and whatnot, since I can't change the foreign people into a different type of unit. Let's do that. I probably missed some. Just one. That's not too bad. So these guys over here. We are building more Marines, but I might convert these guys all into Marines, because I think we're going to need a good number, and in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Boom. I mean, any troop can do a naval invasion, but if you're going to do it, ideally you'd want... Oops, I want to select everything. Select all. Ideally, you'd want to do it with Marines properly. So you have the equipment. We'll lose some experience points, but actually they'll still be mostly okay. And then the question is, if I plan, say, a naval invasion from here, can I reach over here? And the answer is indeed yes, which is very nice to see. Now, how big of an invasion do we want to do? I mean, there's a limit to how many troops can fight at any given time. And so, and if we land somewhere that happens to have a lot of troops, we're not going to land regardless. Oh yeah, we can take these islands over here, which actually is probably a really good idea to start off with. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to split the Marine invasion. Oh yeah, one of them was still over here. I'd added one division from here into my my main E-Day army. It left everyone in this red Chinese army to be all foreign troops. Actually, that's not literally true. This is a one of mine, but it's a colonial division, and I was like, it's fine. All right, so with NA Day over here, we've got a bunch of different divisions, including this one, which is a little bit weird. I guess I'll hold off on the teal one. I'm just going to tell teal to, like, garrison this area, so that way everyone will shuffle over, and that will be okay. And the rest of these guys, we're going to get some leaders, and so we're going to ignore, again, I think that's the Isle, is it the Isle of Man, probably? Because where would be... This is probably the Isle of Arran? I don't know. Things are hard. Let's ignore them. Let's do an invasion from there to there. And another invasion from here to here. And then another invasion from, let's say, here. Where's the actual... So it's just this one here? The only naval base? To there. Okay, that's the same province. No problem, and we'll give you a leader. Over here. Actually, I'm going to halt your execution, so that you'll have time to actually prepare. A lot of you were out of supply, and things like that, so we'll get you properly positioned. We may need to get some ships in there as well. The other thing I'll have to do is figure out if I want to change what I'm doing with my planes, which I'm not sure about yet. Because we don't have any aerial presence, probably. Okay, so we've probably got lots of planes over... Oh, it was probably over Ireland. No, where did we move all our planes to? Brr. Oh. Yeah, they were here. Okay, as expected. Let's go and kill some of these fighter wings. Because, again, we're basically out of fighters. And we're not building any new ones, so I'm going to keep dismantling small fighter wings. Then they'll reinforce some of the bigger ones. Hey, what? I'll do that one too, and then I'll call that good enough. So what I'm going to do is grab, say, this fighter wing here, put you over the North Sea. And this fighter wing here puts you over the Norwegian Sea. And another, these are jet fighters, over Iceland. And another one over, oh, I don't think they're all moving because of the range. It would be nice if it, like, I don't know, combined these sort of movement behaviors with a rebase command. Like, if it said, hey, you can't reach from here. Actually, that would be really nice, right? If I take these fighters and I try to deploy them in the Norwegian Sea, and they just said, especially rather than deselect them and not give me a clue that it didn't transfer over, if it said, oh, you can't reach here, but would you like to redeploy to airbase XYZ? That would be really nice. I'm actually wondering, in the western approaches here, since there's only one island, I think what I'm going to do is do a mass disbanding the wings, which actually doesn't work this way. I wish you could sort of disband from here. So this way I can just redeploy them somewhere else and have a better idea. Plus, I mean, these guys are a little low on stuff anyway. So you are redeploying somewhere, which is fine. Yeah, anyone who's in the western approaches, we don't need you to do that anymore. We're gonna want to keep a presence there, but we don't need a ton. And then we can figure out what we're gonna do next. Okay. And there's a lot more. Oh, there's my transport planes, which I will disband for now so that I can redeploy somewhere else later on. And here as well, western reaches, or western approaches. Aquitaine. And East Midlands. Okay. Close everything. So I'm just going to let it play at a slow rate. I do want to deploy some more over here. I think what I'll do is, right over here, we will deploy just a handful. Where's my jet fighters? Right over here. And what I want to do, shift-click move? Yeah. Just like that amount. Over here, and well, I can't assign. Oh, there we go. I'm pretty sure I can assign you a mission, and we'll get that. Oh, the lag! I don't know why. Like, the airplane mission stuff is super laggy now, and I'm not sure why that is. All right, this airfield over here can fit only 200 planes. That's pretty miserable. Let's make a change. Airfields luckily build very, very, very quickly. So airbase, we're gonna max you out. And let's get some radar over here, actually, for some intel. You know what? I want lots of radar. Okay, that's going to be fine because we've got it. Why don't we build a little along the coast over here in Africa? Because I think it will give us better warning of certain invasions and whatever. Obviously, it can be captured, but it still will be kind of helpful. I don't think we need quite this many, but whatever. That's okay. And maybe, actually, we'll get some radar presence over here, again, for extra enhanced intel. Something of that nature. I like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy air wings here that are actually too big. So we're going to get 200, so that's actually our cap. But then I'll get another 200... and one more set of 200, which is obviously more than can normally fit over here, but that's going to be okay. So you're going to go over the Norwegian Sea, you're going to go over that sea, which apparently you can't reach from that sound. Can you not reach Iceland either? I'm quite surprised. Just do a little air superiority over here. Okay. Well, that's all right. So, Marines presumably are mostly okay. We need some more intel over there, right. So, we've got a bunch of just destroyers kicking around over here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put you on patrol duties. Actually, yeah, patrol duty is going to be fine. Here, here, and here. There's a little bit of redundancy in the middle, but that's going to be okay. So that should give us the intel that we need there once the ships get out, and that's going to be fine. And then we'll start our naval invasion of the little islands here, and the idea will be to hop over to North America. So that's one group. How is my Marine training going? Okay, they just started training. They got all their equipment right away, but they're going to do that. And we just want just more numbers at this point. That's going to be fine. Now, I can convert more people of the... Oh, no, I guess I converted everyone over. These are all foreign troops, and these are all my armor divisions. And if we take a look, medium tanks are still a shortage, but we still have a shortage of modern tanks. At least we're building modern tanks, but... And there's not really any trade that we can do, right? I think a lot of people have changed their trade rules, is part of the problem. Like German Reich, 0-0. Is this it? Closed economy. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on there. I suppose I could close my economy, too, keep more stuff for myself. Especially, actually, one of the penalties with going to a closed economy... See, here you get a discount to research time and, okay, factory output and construction time. I kind of want to leave that there. Yeah, we could leave things in. How much are we trading away is a good question. We are exporting 114 units of oil. We need 93. You know what? Closed economy it is. Boom. There we go. So now we're going to keep our materials, get a bunch of surplus. I'm going to cancel some of these imports. And that just leaves us 2 short. Okay, there. It's not very friendly, but hell. I got all the territory in the world. What do I need to trade stuff for? Ooh, what do we have here? What we have here is a need for some naval bombers. Naval bombers over here. Let's get a couple of 200s here. So you and you are going to deploy to apparently the North Sea, where you're going to be doing naval strikes. Excellent. I mean, it'll take you a while to deploy, but that's okay. So our destroyers are fighting actually a pretty beefy army here. Tell you what, let's move the rest of the naval bombers over here as well. And yeah, so more naval strikes. Was really effective against us, so it'll probably work the other way around too. Got the planes coming along. Let's go up to next speed level. Yeah, we just have to wait for things to get deployed. And the airports are being built up as well. I'm wondering if I want to build up more of the airports in the north. That probably doesn't matter. Oh, you know what could help, though, is bringing up the priority of building these. So I'm going to bring up the radar first. In Ireland and all that. And then I'm going to bring up the airfields. So that airfield will get built up quite quickly, because it'll go to the top. Alright, what was the outcome here? The outcome was us crushing face. It looks like, despite the fact that they sort of nerfed the destroyer swarm, it looks like the destroyer swarm is still pretty effective. Because look how much we sank, and we only lost 3 destroyers. And that's before our planes jumped in. Ace pilot promoted. Yeah, I haven't actually reassigned my aces, which I should do when you disband your groups. So they're still thinking about a naval invasion here, which is probably one of the reasons they've got some ships buzzing around. Let's go ahead and deploy in Northern Ireland here. We're going to get say a group of 500 of those, and jet fighters as well. Where were you? Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to get you guys to cover the western approaches, where I had disbanded my dudes, but that's okay. Yeah, so you're going to do naval strikes, air superiority, day and night. Just protect this area from any other invasions. All right. Woo! We sank a battleship, USS Wisconsin. It's only a rank 1, but it's still pretty good. We will have to wait until our navy's back out here, so that before we start our naval invasions. So that's just our destroyers, which are probably docked over these guys over here. In fact, we should give them an admiral of some kind. Excellent. Sure, we'll take your forces over here. Let's take a look at China, where there's still a fair bit of active fighting. We've got some tank groups over here. We are still having some supply problems over there, which is a bit unfortunate. I was hoping that it would be a little bit better than that by now. And we've got that order, and you're set to be aggressive. You've got a river to cross, is certainly part of the problem over here, combined with all the attrition. I don't suppose you can, yeah, just go ahead and help out the flank over here, buddy. Ooh, or maybe not. Maybe not. Wow, this river is pretty good. We may have to do a naval invasion around the back, which I'm not really set up for. And I don't know how much everyone else is pushing. I mean, there should be... I mean, in a sense, it feels like it should be organized. This should be like Japanese forces here, German forces here, Italian forces in the south. Instead, we're all sort of sitting around attritioning each other and not really coordinating our attacks at all. Which isn't particularly smart, but it is what it is. Let's change where my tanks are, so they don't actually have to attack across river anymore. Put put a front line here, which probably isn't going to be very good for supplies. But that's alright. And your job is still going to be to push through to the back. And start the attack when you can. Alright, so we're being warned about some more naval invasions. Eastern India, Ireland, Scotland. Like, I don't think it's actually coming. We're just getting intel that they're planning it, but I don't think they're going to be able to be... I don't think they're going to be successful in doing it. We got some last hits. We were killing some more there. And there. Wonderful. Naval bombers. OP. Turns out air power is pretty important. Oh, we've got some free dockyards here. So, let's see. This is other ships. Oh, so submarines included. So, with our destroyers, we still have 2 destroyer lines. We have the 3 light cruiser lines because of the anti-air. And a heavy cruiser as well. Well, I think what we're going to want to do is build a bunch of carriers. I'm actually going to set up 2 lines for the carriers, which I lost. Over here is this air experience. Right, we're going to wait until we get our jet fighters. So I'm going to get that and that. And you can deploy in Brittany and Brittany. And yeah, infinite carriers for the rest of the game, because it's fine. Naval battles that nothing happened. Excellent. Always fun to see. And we've got to wait for our ships to get back out into some of these seas so that we actually have presence. What do we have here? Convoy rating. I don't think this needs to be convoy rating there anymore. I think we can switch this around because there's not going to be any enemy convoys there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to order you guys to just go and park yourself in Brittany. And then we'll give you some new orders after that. I may do some convoy rating out here to give us intel over the land. I think those are my subs that are moving, which is all good and fine. Now over here, it'd be nice if there was a different icon for people who were truly holding idle, and people... See, these are holding here because they're repairing. But there's no clear identifier that that's what's going on. I guess the fact that their engagement rule is do not engage right now during the repair is the hint. But these guys are holding because they literally don't have any commands. So we could definitely go and deploy them if we wanted to risk a bit of a lighter weight group. I think what I'll do is... There's no button to just separate out the damaged ones specifically. There's like the auto split over here. But what if I wanted a manual split? Because some of these are okay. So what I want to do, for example, is drop the subs. Drop these subs. Merge these guys. Which should have canceled. It didn't actually cancel their whole thing. So I'll just do that. There we go. Now they're just purely on hold. But they've got their normal high repair priority. Engage at will. So they're normal fleet at this point. And then I want to create a new fleet. Oh, and I can't easily identify the damaged ones. Really? Can I grab ships from here? Oh, shit. Are you serious? Because what I want to do is break off the light cruiser. And then destroyers that aren't damaged, which I can't tell. Click to detach. Okay, hold on. Maybe that'll be the way we do it. Again, drop the subs. Merge you. Now there's no click to detach. What? How did I just have that up? Where I could pick a certain type of ships to detach. Okay, now I can. So, is it only when you have one type of ship? Or do they have a slightly different set of commands? So you're detached, but you're still part of the fleet. This is very confusing. And makes no sense whatsoever. So, let's give you a commander, and see if we can't send you back out there somewhere. Here, you've got this. You are doing just patrol duties, North Sea, Norwegian Sea, and the Denmark Strait. Try not to get murdered. I have no idea what's going on there. That interface still needs a little bit of work, I think. Okay, I think our marine invasions are going to be allowed to go whenever they get an opportunity. Yeah, so they'll wait until the intel is there, but then they'll be okay. Naval battle, which nothing happens. There's probably a lot of these. Yep. A lot of nothing happens, but it clearly means that there is a American fleet that's buzzing around here, probably one of the ones that's considering to do an invasion. Perhaps once the radar finishes, we'll get a better view of what's going on there. All right, China, how you doing? Okay, let's just, I'm going to box select all you. Make sure you're actively attacking here. Taking a city is good. Cities produce a little bit of supply, and they're harder to take, so doing that with a little bit of help is nice. I'm going to tell everyone to just, well, I guess I can't tell you to halt. There we go. Tanks. Why don't you guys just, like, make a run over here? There you go. Advanced rocket engines, level 3. Excellent. Level 3 fighters, which I need to... Oh, these are rocket interceptors. Which is interesting. And we're still working on our nuclear bombs, which is going to take 253 days to finish. I was worried that we're going to need them to take Great Britain, but it is not the case. Alright, Group Red here. I think I'm going to extend your front line out to here. And our research slot is done. So, again, all the ground stuff was basically done. I mean, I guess I could get higher level MPs, because we are technically still using some, and that wouldn't hurt. But we're mostly done everything. Good, they're pushing over there. So the United Kingdom will get dispersed out of here relatively soon. How is my Marine groups? What I think I would like to do... Do I want to rush them out? They'd be quite green. But that might still be okay. Nah, I may as well go and wait for them to get trained up a little bit more. How's my naval invasions coming along? Norwegian Sea, Denmark strike, so we don't have the intel. And we need naval superiority in the North Sea. Alright, so it's just our fleets aren't actually deployed. Fair enough. So let's get these subs here. And do some patrolling. You can do these two. Which should give us a little something something. We have some... Oh. Didn't realize there'd still be some enemy ships around here. I mean, I guess there is some stuff I could still hit. I don't know. Could let the Germans do it too. But that'll probably never happen. Right, so we know they've got their dudes over here that we lost our paratroopers against, which is fine. More people moving, and oh, they seem to have a lot of stuff over here. Now, I don't think we'll actually lose our Marines this time around, but I'm actually surprised at the number of stuff they've got sitting there. We can do a more dedicated attack, or we can just ignore this island. We're looking for soft targets. Actually, it looks like everywhere they've just got a lot more stuff than anticipated. Now, do we have any air support over these places? Well, yeah, actually here we've got... Oh, I want you to be on air superiority duty, and you are on air superiority duty here. I mean, we don't have the combat air support going, but air superiority is still giving us a bonus. I suppose I could get more going on. You haven't actually finished building up yet. Oh, no, you have, actually. Hold on. So let's go and get close air support. 200 of those. Deploy over this area. And do combat air support, or close air support. Day and night. Alright, so only one division defending. I don't know where our second attacking division went. I think I actually saw one at some point. So that may still been the one coming in from China. That hadn't been synced up yet, so they weren't coordinated. That is entirely possible. Okay, so Iceland has its own air zone, but I assume this island does not. No, that's just part of the Norwegian Sea. Okay, and we don't have any presence over Iceland whatsoever. We've got fighters standing by, so can you reach there? No, you can't. Well, then just add to these seas. That's going to be okay. And we've already got air superiority, but let's make sure a little bit more. And then we'll disband you after that. Now, we could almost certainly run some strategic bombers over here, especially if we've got some of this. It doesn't look like there's an airfield in Iceland, but we could build one pretty easily, and then we could use that as a launching off base. And it wouldn't be a terrible idea. So it looks like we got repelled there, which disbands the army, but the divisions might still be alive somewhere. In fact, I think that's what we're seeing right here. We got 3 dudes who aren't in a division. So what we'll do is we'll probably have a more powerful Marine invasion. We'll go ahead and overkill it. Maybe we'll do 6. Because of combat width, only like 4 can attack at a time, but it still gives us a little bit more oomph going forward. Takes a little longer to plan the invasions, but that's it. Okay, well that one here worked out okay. And it's just 2 provinces. Alright, so we've got a presence over here. Let's make sure that we've got a maxed out naval base and a maxed out air base and a bunch of radar too, just to say. So I'm going to grab that from the bottom, and I'll make it top priority. That will interfere with the Scottish stuff, but that's okay. This is actually going to be much more helpful. So we'll get that going on. We've got our island over here. Lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this trio. I'm going to add them to the golden group over here, and we're going to plan a new naval invasion from here to there. And I'm going to lock that in. I'm not going to tell them to go yet. I will give them a chance to actually prepare. And then we'll try to send in more air support. So over here, over the Norwegian Sea, I'm going to take the close air support and another one of these fighter groups and move them over the North Sea. Plus, this one actually had range problems. But there's nowhere closer to rebase this guy, so it doesn't matter. But there we go. So we'll have a better air presence, and that will include the combat air support or the close air support. And so these guys will take a while to prepare. Reserve convoys, invasion still preparing. Oh, I'm paused. Yeah, and these guys will move over there. And then hopefully we'll be able to take the island with a somewhat larger invasion force. It's pretty short. It's a pretty close distance, too, which is quite nice. So yeah, you guys finish that. You are complaining about supply problems right now, but you should be okay. We shouldn't need any infrastructure here because we actually don't need to flow things through. Although, I guess what I can do is leave some of the dudes behind. We can just move the one. That'll make that a little bit easier. But yeah, having this as a good forward base for the rest of the invasion would be good. I think we can probably skip Greenland. So we'll see how it goes. But I think we're going to go and put a cut in here. I do really want to do the invasion of North America, which again is why we're training this up. I may still end up deploying these guys early. It's nice because green gives you minus 25% penalty, which is pretty sucky. It is pretty sucky. I don't think we need to exercise them after we spawn them, but I think I would like to avoid having them be green, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.